Going in.
We live, we live, we live. You muted, bro.
Mobility. I said it. I'm in the 215. We in the building, man. We gonna get let's we gonna let it. You know what I mean? Philip, give it this first 2 minutes. Let Jeff come back in here. What's up with y'all? It's Friday, man. I hope y'all got y'all a nice cup of grape juice. You know what I mean? Some buttermilk and crackers and all that. I got my man, Mr. Gold Bottles, in here calling out of
Yes, yo.
Texas. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yo.
We in the building. My brother in there trying to get in here booming with his Metro booming, want some mud. But we getting litty too. Who in there? Who? Yeah, okay. Listen, it'll be nice. Yeah, you if you come in here, wipe your feet. You know what I'm saying? Say your name, state your claim. You know what I mean? We in here.
Yeah, we need to know where everybody from. You know what I mean? Put where you from in the comment section, so we know who rocking with us. Hit that like button. Share this live.
You on the dig? Let me see what Jeff at. So listen, bro, how your day been going though, man?
Man, we good. We just doing what we do, man. You know, out with the kids at soccer practice. You know.
All right, they trying got the Olympians going on. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so it's
Yeah.
Friday, man. Let's see here. Let me hold on. I'm gonna go on mute for a second. All right, 1 second,
All right.
bro.
Hey, y'all. Some real good talk. You know, some real good talk. We about to touch on that Bobby Billion situation. He did a Say Cheese interview, you know, where he's kind of commenting on Mo3, you know, but we ain't gonna get too far into that right now. We're gonna wait for everybody to jump in, and we're gonna get to it in a minute, y'all.
Uh, yeah, this I don't like this at all,
What's
bro.
up, boy? We live, man. Act like you live, bro.
I don't like it, nigga.
Man, listen, you should put all your little discrepancies on the back. You know what I mean? You can put it in the comments or something, but you know what I mean. Keep your face and your game face on. Anyway, so yeah, so on right now we about to touch into this Bobby Billions situation. As y'all know, Bobby Billions is this artist out of Dallas, Texas, that came out of nowhere because he let Mo3 on his album. John right now sitting over 70 million plus, and they talking about is on his way to plat. So this guy went on to Say Cheese and started talking crazy. I mean, super crazy, as if yo Lance, please break it down. Please give him some of the dumb stuff this guy said, man.
Well, I mean, frankly, Bobby Billions was kind of a, you know, not really well known, but I mean, he was known. It wasn't like he was a nobody, but you know, he was making a little bit of noise. He did a song called Outside. The song is called Outside. Um, the original version did not have Mo3 on it, right? And we didn't hear nothing about it. And he ended up putting Mo3 on it, but they never finalized the business. He gave Mo, if you listen to the Rainwater is Mo3's manager. If you listen to the Rainwater version of events, Mo3 had actually said, forget that song. He didn't even want to do it. Bobby, once Mo3 got murdered, rest in peace, Bobby decided to go ahead and put the song out now because it was almost a guarantee it was going to sell after Mo3's murder. So
Mm-hmm.
he tried to portray on Say Cheese that the song was already popping. I put Mo3 on a hit. You know, just basically acting like he did something for Mo3. And the reason why he's doing it that way is because he really has an issue with Rainwater, Mo3's manager.
All right. And so this what I peeped too, man. The guy said, yeah, you know what? And you know that choir thing, he tried to say the highlighted thing is the hook. And I can make a million more of them hooks. I'm working with bigger and better choirs right now. That was something I was like, man, what kind of like you're not gonna be able to make that again, dude. Like I mean, you made it the
Right.
first time. Like the bull who took it out the roof, I mean, is dead, man.
That was the problem. I mean, that I had with it. When I watched the interview, I was a little upset because um Bobby admitted that the only reason that he put out the version with Mo3 on it was because Mo3 died. And as a man with morals, principles, and values, I don't believe in capitalizing off of the death of people. So that right there made me look at him kind of funny.
Yo, so hey Jeff,
Yeah.
you there, Jeff?
Yeah.
Jay, all right, listen here, bro. How you feel about that little situation, man? I don't know if you watched the Say Cheese argument, but I know you heard of the song. You scared to go outside? Now the guy over here,
Nah, not
listen.
really.
So listen, he went. You ain't never heard the most three John know we stepping night or day.
Nah. I
Man,
mean,
man,
I ain't because I'm not. I
back
wasn't.
this nigga up, Lance.
The first thing I ever heard about Mo3 was him getting killed. That was the first time I ever heard of in my life.
Was with
I,
what?
when he got killed,
When he got killed?
I didn't never heard of. It's so many talented bulls, so many people with
Yeah, you missing
so
out,
much good.
bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, who was he? And what bothers me the most is that I keep hearing about good like people that you can get. Like, man, this is dope. You should check it out. And I'm like, damn. By the time I heard about it, he already dead.
Yeah,
Like,
I have been
I
putting a
hate
lot of
that.
people on with Mo3 from Philly, because I'm out here and my artist K9 Keezy, shout out to K9 Keezy, gotta give him a plug. He's in the Dallas Fort Worth area, right? So I was up on Mo3. The first song that I heard from Mo3 was Everybody. It's a song called Everybody. Um this dude got some of the realest songs. Like if you a real one, they say real recognize real.
Right.
Like when you hear his music, you don't have to know him to know he was a real one. You know what I'm saying? Like just by the music. And I think that's why, a lot of people are so sad and why music took such a big L. Um, because he really was a real one. He was definitely, one of the last of a dying breed. You need to go check out his Shatters. They dropped the Shatters Forever, then they dropped the deluxe version of Shatters Forever. But he got all types of stuff that if you want to kick it with a chick, he got stuff like Gangsta Love and Ride for Me. If you ready to go to war, he got Osama, Three Latin, he got that. If for any pretty much any situation that you could find yourself,
He had
Mo3
it
got
all.
a
He's
fire
versatile.
song for it.
Yeah, he's versatile. And I was like, man, I'm gonna check him out. But you know how it is. Like when I first heard him, like I never even heard of this dude, I know he had to be popping because you heard everybody talking about what happened to him. So I'm like, man, who is he? I never even heard of him.
I'm gonna tell you why everybody was talking about him. Like, I gotta keep it a buck with you. People didn't like him. They was fronting on him. When I first heard about Mo3, the city of Dallas wasn't speaking highly of him. If we being honest, right?
Uh,
Um, I don't want to get into too much of the street aspect, but let's just say he had an issue with somebody.
okay.
And that led to, different things happening. And
Mm.
that was kind of what pushed him to the forefront. It wasn't even that people were showing him love. It wasn't like they ever really stopped fronting on him. until he got murdered. But he was hands down the best artist in the DFW, period.
All right, that's what's up, man. Listen, man, he was Jeff. You need to take a look into him, and everybody. I know a lot of y'all gonna say, man, I can't believe that, but it's not far fetched from a Philadelphian to not, what I mean, be abreast of what took on down there. This is my man right here. He from Philadelphia, but he based there. But anyway, I got someone I want to go into right now, y'all. I want y'all to take a look into this right here. So as y'all know, Kensington been on some other stuff, man. Like really. So this just took place, man. I want to get on this. They got the stuff going on with Needle Park and all this, but I want y'all to look at this, man. Man shot 10 times, killed in Philadelphia, man. Just before 2:30, right on Kensington Avenue. So that means that happened literally right on the spot, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And now if you look at the news from the last month, it's like, yo, where's homicide at down there, man? Like clearly the people they just shooting everybody down there. The other day somebody got shot in the leg. How y'all feel about the influx and how Kensington need to be cleaned up?
Well, I used to live on Sergeant Street like Sergeant and Lehigh. So I'm familiar with the area. I used to get my cheesesteaks from Kensington and Lehigh. So I'm very versed in the area. That area down there is it's not a good area. It's destitute. It's poor. It's a lot of for the longest it was a dope fiend strip. You know what I mean? So I mean it's sad to say, but people don't really care about drug addicts.
Nope.
And that's all you really found on Kensington Avenue was, people shooting up and people selling heroin so it's kind of one of those areas that was never really patrolled all that heavy. So it's not a surprise to see that it's not being, investigated. That area ain't got a bunch of detectives investigating no murders down there.
When you got 400 plus murders and more murders in it than the days of the year, I mean, it's only so much that they can. First of all of this is stemming. It's so many pieces that are moving around the board right now that I believe. Well, my personal opinion. I'm not gonna say this is true. I'm not saying this is fact. But this is the way I see it. Because I remember when Front and Gerard, if you was on the L, would you get off at Front and Gerard back in like 98, 99?
Hell
Probably.
yeah, that was the spot we used to go to. What was that spot called down there? What was that? Delilah's or what spot was that at?
No,
Front?
that's
Oz.
further
That's
down.
Oz. My
That's further
bad.
down. Yeah.
Pardon me. The strip club connoisseur
No,
that
no,
I
no.
am,
What I'm
I
saying,
should have known better.
what I'm
But yeah, I used to go to Oz. So yes, I
what
got
I'm
off
trying
there.
to say is, if but see, you had a certain like
Great days at
you gotta
Oswald.
consider who you are
Amen.
if you're gonna do that, right? Like you're gonna get off there, you know what time it is when you get off at that particular
Oh
time
yeah.
in Philly. That's what I
You
mean.
yeah,
That's
you
what I
ain't
mean.
straying too far away from that main intersection right
Right.
there.
Nowadays, totally different. What they call West Kensington, totally different than what it used to look like. All those
Right.
abandoned properties, all those dilapidated buildings have been converted into apartments, restaurants, bars, all this like
Yeah, I
little
heard it's even a casino down there, huh?
hip town now, right?
Okay.
The developers ate that property up at low cost. They was like, please take this off the city's hands. Like we would give it to you for a good deal. the development groups got in and said, we're gonna do this, we're gonna rehab this whole area, and that's what they did. And
Okay.
so Kensington,
Is that the Sugar House that's down there?
Sugar House is a little bit further down, but it's not far,
Okay.
not far at all. Like when they the Northern Liberties, when we was coming up, Northern Liberties didn't exist. Nobody heard of that.
It existed, but
It
yeah, nobody
existed,
called it
but
Northern
nobody
Liberties.
called it. You see what I'm saying? It existed,
Yeah.
but nobody called it that.
Right.
All of a sudden, now it's something, and it's a place that is identified. And
Hold
when
on,
you
hold on,
go
hold on,
there,
hold on, hold on, hold 1 second, 1 second. I'm getting some mad feedback from one of y'all guys, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I hope it ain't me, man. I don't even know.
Is he? Hey, turn down a little bit, Jeff. Turn down.
I'm not even
No,
using
it's fine.
speaker.
It's fine. It went away. It
Fine.
went away. It went
I'm
away.
about to say I'm not even
Okay.
using speaker, so I don't.
Go ahead. Y'all
Okay.
good money. Go ahead.
So what I was saying was, I keep seeing the same thing happen, and I'm like, remember when Temple area in North Philly,
Right.
we remember how it was, and then all of a sudden now we see how it is now, and it's like,
Yo, that's crazy. That place is
so
switched
so
up.
so I'm like, are they allowing these open air drug markets and certain things in those areas like they used to do in those areas to draw the property value down so that at a certain point they just scoop it back up?
No, to be honest, they didn't have to because the property value was already low. That whole front and Girard area, all the way down to Frankfurt Avenue and Kensington and all of that. That whole area was littered full of nothing but drug addicts, and
I know.
that was the whole stroll.
That's what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. Like, if you want to get cheap rent, where would you move to in Philadelphia?
Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
So if you're the homeowner who's renting to people, and you know that you're only going to be able to charge but so much rent, somebody
Mhm.
come in and say, hey, let me just get this crib off you, man. What you gonna do? You're gonna
You
go
gonna
ahead and sell
sell?
it.
Yeah.
And what they gonna do? Kick everybody out, tear the house, rehab it, build it back up, and then charge triple to somebody else that's gonna move into the neighborhood because the neighborhood is transitioning.
I mean,
That's
I'll
what I
be
think is
honest.
happening.
When I was out, yeah, that's gentrification. When I was when
That's
I was
gentrification
when
at
I
the
was
cost of
there,
people losing their lives. That's what I believe is happening.
I think that it's a little bit deeper than that. I mean, you got to get into systemic things like, the education. If you talking about why the murders are happening or why, it's because the streets got to eat. You know what I'm saying? Streets got
I
to
think
eat.
they know that. I think that's part of the plan.
I can't say that because that area always been what it was, even as far down as 12 Allen Projects. My family from the Richard Allen Projects. Even then, it always been what it was. It was always poverty. You know what I mean? So I can't necessarily that's like some type of plan, but I will say that they don't necessarily put no resources in that area for people to be able to
On
change their
purpose.
life and do something a little different.
On
Yeah, I
purpose.
mean, well, I can't say on purpose
I mean,
because
that's just my
we got to
skepticism.
lobby for it.
That's just me being a skeptic, thinking like, man, they probably, like I said, this just I just what I think. I don't know if this is true at all. I'm just thinking like this. What the way I see it, it looked like this has happened. I'm not saying that it's true. I
Look,
just
this
saying
is what I
it's how
tell
I look.
people from the city, right? The biggest problem, and this is understand that I'm talking about myself first, right? Because I'm from there. I'm from North Philly, born and raised, right? And it wasn't until I got out of the city that I started to see things a little bit differently. Like for example, we always say I gotta get out here and get it because I gotta eat. My family gotta eat. My kids gotta eat, right? And
Right.
that's here, And you would think the same thing is true. People gotta eat, people gotta feed their families. But the difference is I see um the people here will go in their kitchen and they will cook up tortillas, or they will cook up flautas, or they go out and sell, like, they don't necessarily have to resort to crime. And because we're not raised to think in an entrepreneurial way, the problem that we end up having is people resort to remedial ways of getting money
Mm-hmm.
instead of
Same
using
old,
their
same
brain.
old. Yeah.
Yeah, and thinking of a real hustle to really put themselves in the game. They look at certain stuff as below them, like going to a t-shirt warehouse and selling white tees, going to
Right.
get some socks, selling socks. You could hit the block with that too. It don't gotta be nothing negative, but anytime that you have drugs being sold, you're gonna have territory issues, you're gonna have
Yep.
competition issues, it's just the violence is really just a reflection of all of the street stuff going on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I just saw something earlier, and it's amazing how deep it goes when you like if you're not there, you don't really know what's going on. You just heard somebody got shot. But when you start to if you were able to be at the ground level and see what transpired prior to it, then you will have a better understanding of why this happened. Doesn't mean it was right. It just you see this is what we be talking about. Like you saying, if you out here, like the desperation that people will have, they will do whatever it takes to get whatever they believe they need to have or need to get. Whether it be I gotta feed my family. I'm Imagine coming into the house and there's no food in the fridge for your little brother and your little sister, and you 14, 15, 16 years old, and an older cat, maybe a couple years older than you, down on the block, say, man, you do this, you can get that. What you gonna do? You're not gonna do it.
Well, the truth of the matter is,
9 times out of 10, that kid's gonna do it.
bro, in situations like that, it's a masquerade that's put on. That man is treating that young boy with, he's playing on the lack of things that young boy got, and his
Right. Because
desires, right?
he could have said,
And
yo,
this
what you got? You ain't
nigga
got no
got
food?
mad.
Check this out. Here, let me walk you to the
Just
store.
hold
I'm gonna
on, bro.
buy you
Let me
something.
finish saying what I'm saying. Like, so then he got the point where he's saying, well, damn, I got all these cases. You know what? Let me put 100 young boys out here to eat some of these, and you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
then it's just a perpetual cycle. It keep going and going. But now, what's so different now is, even if you was a street guy that came from have a background such as, some guys on this panel, man, like you can see that
Not me.
they a different whole breed. They disconnected to the old heads. You know what I'm saying? The only
These
old
days
heads,
they are.
you know what I mean? They only, if you ain't put nothing in their hand, you know what I mean? That's what it really what it is. They ain't seeing you pulling up or you got this. Cause you gotta understand these young boys is different too. They want $1,000 shoes and $400 belts.
Or
And,
so
you know what I'm
that's why I
saying?
said I'm not saying old
So
heads. I'm saying a few years older than you.
yeah.
That's why I said I had to, like, you know what I mean? Because it ain't really like old heads now. Now it's more like if you 15, he 18, 19. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
that's still your old head, but I mean, the
nah,
thing is,
I never looked at somebody as 19. If I'm 15, 16, you 20 years old, you're not my old head at all.
I've had people that I've had people that are older than me look at me as they old head. When we say old head, we not necessarily referring to age. We talking about intellectual capability,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
We
that,
talking
yeah.
about hustle. We
Definitely,
talking about
definitely
snap.
not my old head. Then in that case, you definitely not. Because
You
I
can
never,
right.
I
Well, I
That's what I'm saying.
definitely,
Like
man. I've been an
you can
old
make the
head my whole
argument you the
life,
old
man.
head of a nigga.
that-
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like I was a nigga's old head when I was a young
or
boy.
put it this way, I think a better way to say it is whoever has a lot of influence, regardless
Right.
of your age.
Right.
who has a lot of influence. I think that's the better way to look at it is he has a lot of
You know what?
influence.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
whoever
So
has the influence.
yeah,
But
whoever has
nobody
the
is
most influence.
influenced.
It's the
I
same
mean,
thing, but
listen,
that's a better
Yeah,
way to
that's
say it.
so see, that's what it is. Is the influence is like it doesn't come from like the influence. Like I just watched something earlier today that blew my mind. I couldn't believe it, man. And I'm in Philly and knew nothing about any of this. It was like how deep this because you know in Philly we don't got gang culture, but we got like neighborhoods and little crews and whatnot. How deep it goes with these young boys. Like, man, these guys are like 16, 17, 18 years old. And all of this stuff was going on in the neighborhood. I knew nothing. I'm like, I never even these guys. Like one of the guys a rapper. This, that, and I'm thinking, I'm looking at him, and a bunch of his homies get shot and killed because of this ongoing beef with this other neighborhood, or not even neighborhood, just another block over, like 2-3 blocks over. They got nicknames for the area and a couple of block squares like they got in Chicago and all of that. And I'm like, Philly? Like I never heard like Philly having this. And I'm like, this is different from when I was young. You know what I'm saying? This is different. Like I've
I
never
mean,
seen
Well,
yeah,
this.
it's
but
easy for them to be a dot or try to, you know what I mean, try to change that pattern. When you know it's a disconnect of the old heads, and then all they do is go online and sit up here and you know what I
They
mean, look at
mimicking
Chicago.
what
They
they
took the
see.
rituals
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm
Chicago,
saying. That's what the
saying then they
influence
put a
is.
Philly
I
twist
can't
on
say
it.
that though. I
No,
can't
you
say that
tripping,
though
bro. No,
because
listen, no, hold
no,
No,
I'm
on,
gonna tell you.
it's out
Hold on.
here.
hold on.
Let me tell you why.
No, bro,
Let me
in
tell you why.
Philadelphia it is,
Hold
nigga.
on, hold on.
No, in
Let me.
Philly it is.
Why
No,
you say
no,
that though?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you go back to the 70s, the late 70s, right? There were little cliques. There was the Tenderline. There was 33rd Norris. There was, there was little groups like you were saying. It wasn't per se gangs like Crips, Blood,
Right.
GD,
Mm-hmm.
Vice Lord,
Mm-hmm.
but
We had
Mm-hmm.
it
JBM. We
was
had them.
it was little areas. JBM wasn't. I don't even classify JBM as a gang.
They like
And
a
for those that
corporation.
don't know,
Yeah.
hold on. For those that don't know, he's talking about Junior Black
Junior Black
Mafia. Y'all
Mafia.
can do
Yeah.
your homework on that, right? But that was more of an organization. That was more of a real life business organization. That wasn't really, yeah, they were selling
Them
dope and
niggas
all
moving
that,
like the
but
mob.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean,
right.
that's what it's an organ.
And the
Yeah.
mob
That
don't move like a gang. A gang is
no
something
at all.
totally different from
At
the
No,
all.
mob.
that is true. That is true.
And I
That is
At
true.
all.
lived on the West Coast, from 2010 to 2013. I first moved in the Slaughterhouse. And for those who don't know, the Slaughterhouse is Slauson and Western. That's the same neighborhood Nipsey Hussle from. That's a real big Crip neighborhood. It's one of the most historic neighborhoods in Los Angeles,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So I moved at 60th and Western. So I was down there in that area. And even in California, which you see when you talk about gang culture, California gang culture is structured. Everywhere else, they just running wild. Like in California, you can't just do shit. You gotta
Nope.
talk to a big homie. That shit gotta be sanctioned.
Yeah. Ain't none of that happening here.
No.
They shooting. I saw. So what I'm alluding to. What I was saying earlier. Like I didn't even know that. Like you know how they got those. Like in Chicago, they saying when they killed one of the enemies, they would say they smoking on their pack and all of that. Right in a rap disc that they put on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, when I start seeing that, I like Philly dudes. I ain't never heard
Man,
no Philly dudes doing that
man,
like that.
listen, man, you crazy. These young boys right now, you
No,
know,
no, this is what I'm telling you.
No,
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm
yeah,
saying. I just discovered that they really do be doing that. And I'm like, I
yeah.
never
The
heard
youngest is dying over
none.
there. All that.
They
Yo,
dying over this. I said, yo,
hold
that's
on.
why you
Can I do
seeing
a
this.
quick public service announcement, please?
go
I
ahead.
need to do this.
Go ahead.
All of you young boys out there, stop killing people because they talk about your dead. The dead is not here to hear it, right? You don't get any points. You don't get any stripes for killing somebody because they said something about the dead. I just
Man,
wanted to let
listen.
people know that.
All right, but in the same note, you got to understand. Imagine Hoove at 18 years old and somebody they was doing the stuff that they doing now. Come on, bro. Like, no, bro. We running off sheer pride. Some of these young boys, they got and they blinded with it. So it's not to say it's right, but you gotta
It's nowhere
equate
near
that.
right.
But
You
that's
gotta
that's
equate that.
what shows there's no men in their life, no
Yeah,
real men
Yeah,
in their life.
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
And you know
Because to
what?
kill somebody
But you know
behind that
what?
is an emotional
But
response.
you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like it's men that's attempting. But know what happens when you know what I mean? They got young old heads on their block all day. You know what I'm saying? They click up, the old head come through, bust it up with them. You know what they do when they old head say that? Man, get this old goofy ass out of here. We ain't trying to hear that. You know what I mean? Go sit over there on the steps, man. Drink your beer, old head. You know what I mean? When you tell them to slow it down and all that, that's how they be moving.
Nah, see, this is what I keep saying about the old heads is that you can say something, um, but saying something to them ain't enough because
No.
they could peep like you could talk to them till they blue in the face, but and they be like, I hear you, and then later that day, the same day, somebody could like a conflict could occur, and they go right back to doing or thinking or acting the way that they was acting before the person said something. It's you gotta start way sooner than when they already in the mix if you're gonna be able to influence these children to think different.
I mean, that's not necessarily true either. I think that when the reality is people coming at them in the wrong way, right? If you chastise a grown man or anybody that think that they grown, naturally they're gonna buck, right? So if you telling a hustler, yo, you need to come off that corner, he gonna look at you like you crazy. But if you say, hey, come with me, and you put some money in his pocket, you show him how to put money in his pocket,
Well,
he's
that's what I
more
was
likely to
saying.
listen to you.
That's what I said. You can't just
But
say it.
just
That's what
tell
I'm saying.
him.
Talking ain't
Man.
enough.
But all right, but what about the guys that you know probably ain't got a lot of money, but they willing to spend the time with you? You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's play. Let me teach you how to play chess. Let me, you know what I mean? Let me help you work on that,
That's if they
resume or
wanna.
something.
That's if they
But
wanna sit there and
I
it's
mean,
that it's so
unfortunately,
few
that
far in
doesn't work.
between. Yeah, it don't.
yeah, it don't work
It
that
doesn't work.
much no more. Not that much. Not no
We,
more.
I mean, we
But
up in the era
but
where
listen,
you respect
if I buy you a
your
ghost gun,
because
but if I
they
buy you a
elder.
ghost gun, you like yo, that's my old hit, man.
Yeah, right.
What?
But
That's my old hit,
Right.
man.
but you know who the biggest and the most influential old head that any kid could have is their
They
father.
damn. Yeah.
Yep.
That's number one. If you ain't got that, you already at a disadvantage straight off the rip.
Public service
Because
announcement to the
if
women. Y'all need to stop with this BS with
oh
keeping these
my,
men
please,
from their
please,
kids.
please don't get me started on these
Hold
women.
up, hold up,
Please don't get
hold
me
up.
started on these
Let's
women.
get to it. Hold
Please
up.
don't get me
Let's
started.
get to it. Let's get to it.
Please don't get me started on these women.
There we go.
Please
Hey,
do not
hey,
get me started on these women.
That go
listen,
the
I'll be
topic of
honest
the
with you.
night. That go the
I
topic
can't
of
I
the
can't
night.
say
Hold up,
I
hold up,
can't
hold up, hold up. The topic of the night, man. Can the black man and woman be together in 2021?
No.
Let's go.
I,
Let's go, Lance.
okay,
Let's go,
here's
Lance.
this what he been waiting
This
for.
nigga cold blooded, bro.
Oh
He
my
cold
God.
as
Listen, all right.
hell, bro. He
No.
Let,
cold.
let me preface this. Let me preface this by saying, understand that my respect is not going to be popular. I get it. And that's cool. But I'm going to go ahead and state it anyway.
Let's go. Let's go.
Number one, I'm going to start from
Hold up, hold up, hold up. You break it up.
layer by layer.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, I want to bust the rollie down layer by layer. I don't want to just attack this all at once, right?
Okay.
I
Bust
want
the
to
rollie down.
start.
We got two
I want
two
to.
lights in the building. Let's go.
I
That's
want
what's
to
up.
start. I want to start by looking at the Western societal idea of relationships that is based on a Christian philosophy: man, woman, children. Right? I believe that is outdated.
I don't
As
believe
it,
that's Christian at all. Man,
I mean,
woman,
I
children
believe it
is
is.
that's every religion you can think of is man, woman, children. That's
Okay,
everybody.
okay, fair enough. Fair enough. At least to some degree. Um, I would agree with that, but I don't. Again, I think that's an outdated concept.
Or some might say man, multiple women, and then children. But still basically man,
Now
woman,
you're
children.
starting to talk my language. Now you're starting to talk my language. Listen, for the
Man,
ladies out there, this
man,
is for y'all.
women,
This
and
is
children.
hold up.
I could go with that. I could go with that. I could go with
Ho-
man,
And
women,
women
and children. I could do that.
and children.
It's because
Correct.
it'll still support my
That's
argument. It still will support my argument. So I can go with that.
listen. There's multiple reasons why in 2021, um, man woman relationships don't work, right? 50% of marriages end up in divorce. Why? Usually because of money or infidelity, right? Why is the infidelity taking place? The infidelity is taking place because just as human beings, we don't want the same mate over and over and over and over and over again. It becomes dull. It becomes
Ooh.
repetitive.
Wrong.
It
No,
becomes
no,
Ooh. It's a
not
lot of men
true.
that feel like that though.
like that.
No,
Listen,
but it's
I'm
not
going. I'm
true.
gonna say. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Hold on,
No,
hold on.
that's the
Hold on.
truth for a
Let him get
lot
his
of them.
point off. Let him get his point
70,
off. Go ahead,
70,
finish the
70,
point.
70% of marriages are 70% of marriages that are filed like going for divorce are filed by the women, right?
Right.
That it is not the large percentage of those marriages that women file for divorce is not because of infidelity.
No, it's
And
either. I told you,
it's not
money or
because
infidelity.
and it's not because of money.
Well, what do you think it's from?
You know, the statistics show the top reason why women divorce men is because they ain't happy. Irreconcilable differences. That's the number one reason.
Right. I get that's the.
But that's a
No, I get
legality.
that's the
Nonsense.
Oh,
legitimate
yeah, that's
reason.
a
Nonsense.
legality,
Legally,
Joe.
yeah, that's a
That's for me
legal
to
reason.
get you. I mean, get you up out of here. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
because if she
Get that bread.
if it was for infidelity, then she has an advantage in that divorce
A woman's
proceeding.
happy if you're not cheating on her. A woman is happy if
Uh,
you're providing for her. So when you
Man.
say that women get
I don't
divorced
believe
because they're
like when
not
we talk about
happy, yeah, but
when we
why
talking about
aren't they
black men,
happy?
when we talk about black men,
I try to stay away from the race because the race, when you get in the race, you got to
No,
tell some
nigga.
truths that
no, it
people don't
becomes
want to hear.
no, it's not
No.
pro.
I'm
It's
talking about the black man and the black woman. That because there's a disconnect and it's prevalent.
it's a
And the
huge
way these
disconnect.
excuse
I
me,
can't.
and the way these chicken strips is moving out here, you know what I mean? They moving
It's a
like they don't want
huge
no damn
disconnect.
marination. And I don't feel none
Hold,
of that.
hold up,
Like, and that's
hold
on
up. Let me
everything.
hold up. We gotta be fair. We have to be fair to the women.
Come on, man.
Oh, starting.
No, bro.
I'm
We
I'm
more
with
have
than
you
to
with
willing
the
to
start
be
black.
fair.
I know they doing their
saying
thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying they hard body right now, man. And you like just they
no.
hard as hell.
Here's
Dog.
what I'll say. Being
They be like, go
honest,
to the store, give me some
men
Dutch.
are
Nigga.
not
I'm like,
being.
oh snaps, hold up,
Yeah,
man. You want a
no.
fruit? Like you want a mystic
You said,
too? Like
hold up. You
that?
said what? You said men are not being what?
Men are not being right. There are just
Man.
certain things that a man does. A man protects and provides. That's, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's the basics. Yeah.
But yeah. But I'm saying it's a lot of black men at a
Hello?
disadvantage, and it's just not their
No,
fault.
Which
I'm not
We
gonna
hear
talk
you.
about the disadvantages because I'm not gonna go there. We're
Yeah,
not gonna go there because that's not the reason
yeah. We
why.
ain't gonna make no
That's
ass no
not the
whole
reason
ass
why.
niggas. You know what?
No,
That
yeah,
is
that's
true. No whole
we're
ass.
not
Ooh,
gonna do
watch
that.
my language. Watch the language. Watch the language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nigga, you the one said it. Watch
Oh
the
yeah. I'm yeah, I had to check myself. Yeah, my bad, black.
it,
Man.
it's I would agree that yeah, the man is the supposed to be the number one protector and provider of the family.
Hold
That's
on.
that's
hello?
basic.
Lance, you
Oh, he
there?
right there.
You there? Go Bible. Nigga
No,
L
he
Boogie,
here.
man. You there? He about to
Oh, he
jump back in
wasn't.
here. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Continue what you were saying, bro. Go ahead. My
what
bad.
I was what I'm saying is that's the basics. Ain't no man on the planet gonna get a cookie for being the sole even the sole provider or the
I expect
majority
it to kind
provider.
of be unfair as a man, like because you kind of want to bear the responsibility because that kind of makes you know what I mean.
Yeah, you don't.
It's our pride, you know what I mean.
No, it's not even. It's not even your
Like to me, it's my
pride.
pride when I do it. It's a
No,
part
it's
of my
not.
pride, bro. Yeah,
What?
the
It's
dude,
not.
the make sure my young boys and all that
No,
things,
it's
you know.
not pride. It's a sense of duty. Now
Well, that's pride, my duty. Yeah,
you may
take
feel
pride in my
proud
duty.
of that. You may take pride in your sense of duty and in your ability to do it, but that's not being
It's my
proud.
duty that please that booty.
You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
It's your sense of duty, and you proud that you're able to accomplish what your sense of duty is. But that doesn't make you a proud person. You know what I'm saying? It just means that you feel good about yourself and you feel secure that you making your family feel secure. That makes you happy. That makes you proud of yourself.
So can I ask you a question? What would you think it would take for like on both sides? You know what I mean? Because it is the truth of it is my
Yeah.
when I brung that title up, to be honest, it was just that it's like the harshness in it. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that could be driven, you know what I mean, until you know what I mean, so they probably driven to feel that way, you know what I mean? And now they 9 times out of 10, like black women leading the head of households in most situations anyway. But
But
my
so
thing is
so
this. Let me say this. What do you think both sides can do to be better though? To like try to because at the end of the day, that's why we can't really complain about these kids because like you said, the father's in the household. If
not
the
there. They're not
relationship with
there. That's
the
the
mom,
number one.
the
With
father will
boys,
never be in the
yeah.
household. You got a lot of niggas out here paying for all these football jerseys, all the
Hmm.
sneakers and all that,
Hmm.
and they can't even, you know what I mean? They got to argue just to see the kid. You know what I mean? It's a couple of those out here.
But
You know what I mean?
but
There's
this
a lot of them just spinning and ain't gonna be there. They trying to compensate with the paper, so that happens too. So,
this is
what's
what
the
I
next?
said. It is a image problem. It is the image of when we say image, it is like when you see something, you understand what it is when you see it. Like if a man was walking down the street and he had a suit on with a briefcase, what would you think he is? What would you assume about him? You know what I'm saying? He on his business. He's a serious man. He on his business. He probably, you know what I mean? He's intelligent. He's educated. That's what you will assume. You don't know him from a can of paint. But if he got a fit suit on, looking good, smelling good, clean, you know what I mean? Well groomed and walking down the street with a suitcase, you would think he about his business. You wouldn't approach him like you couldn't approach him on some foolishness. You couldn't. You know you wouldn't.
No, I'm smart. That'd be the first thing. That's why I would dress to rob you. It's like, no, I'm just playing. Right?
No. But what I'm saying is, you would assume whatever he got something going on
Coming
with
there
him for
looking like
himself.
heat on y'all niggas, bro. I just saw heat the other day. Jones fire.
You see what I'm saying? Like you coming in with it. It's like this. Like I was just saying to somebody yesterday or today. I said if you were extremely qualified for a position at a company, and you know you were, your resume read every credential.
Mobility. Your resume said
Your
mobility.
resume read off everything they was looking for. You got the interview, and you go to the interview, and your shirt is wrinkled. You think you're gonna get the job? You didn't iron your shirt. You just put the shirt on, but you ain't ironing it. It's all wrinkled, crumpled up, looking like a piece of paper. And you went to the interview because you believe, based upon my resume, I should get the job because you clearly I'm capable. I got the experience, I got the knowledge, I got the capabilities, everything. I should get the job. Should you get the job?
Yeah, off of sheer mobility. Yeah,
No,
that's
you
right.
won't. No, you won't.
Like,
No,
no,
you
like,
won't.
more
You
than
won't
likely
get the
you
job.
will not. More than
More
likely
than
you will.
likely, you will not get the job. No matter what your resume said, how you presented yourself is what everybody's going to go off of. So that the image that we portray is the number one. That's number one. It's not the whole, it's not everything, but that's the first thing that I believe is the problem with the disconnect.
Yo, L, where you at, L? Come back in here, man. Hey, y'all, listen. Anybody, y'all, welcome to the live stream, man. Mobility show. Mobility. You know what I mean? Listen, you can easily hit that link, join the panel. You know what I mean? You bring up anything.
I dare
This
y'all.
open discussion.
I
He
dare
said he
you. I
dare
dare you.
y'all.
I dare you.
Ooh.
I dare you to come on. I dare you to come on and
You
disagree
don't
with
got to
anything
show
we
your
got to say.
face and all of that. You know
Hey,
what I
I
mean?
ain't showing my face, Nick. Don't worry about it. Listen, like I was saying, that's so what I mean by image is how you present yourself when you walk out the door. How in public, how you look is how people will perceive you to be. If you are a man and you walk outside looking dusty and crusty, no one's going to take you serious, no matter what is going on. You can walk in Rite Aid and have an issue with at the register, and you got on a dirty T-shirt, you know what I mean, some slides on, and some sweatpants. Not saying that you shouldn't be treated the same, but you won't. Versus the person who came in there with a suit on or with a button-up shirt, you know what I'm saying, with some nice, you know what I'm saying, looking clean. You get treated differently based upon how you are perceived. That's period. When the civil rights movement, did you see anybody looking scraggly and scruffled up? No. Heck no. Everybody was in a suit. You ever seen Malcolm X in some sweatpants? You ever
Yeah,
seen
man.
him you ever seen him in a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Lies, nigga. No,
Balenciaga.
you didn't. Lies. No, you didn't. Sit up here and tell them lies, nigga. No, you didn't. The image, the
The
image
boy,
that you
straight
perceive,
cabinet.
right? The image that you perceived of him, you can't even picture him. Excuse me.
What the dang, what you doing over there, man?
You can't even picture him.
Got crammy patties in his
You
throat.
can't even picture him not in a suit. In your mind, as soon as I say Malcolm X, he in a suit, shirt and shirt tie, suit jacket.
Looking like straight mobility.
First thing you think, first thing you see in your mind when I say that, when I say his name, when they was walking around, when they was going to here, there, and everywhere, they was all of them, everybody was in a
Yo,
suit.
peep this. So I want you to peep this right here, y'all. I got this little clip. You know what I'm saying? And this right here is James Baldwin and Nikki Giovanni having a conversation
Oh my
back in
goodness.
1971, man.
Oh my
You know what I'm saying?
classic.
And
This
I
is
think I think yeah,
is what I'm
everybody,
talking about.
if this joint, yeah, I mean, get the popping. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna bring this on real fast.
That's
And
what I'm talking about.
come on, man.
This what I'm talking
Must
about.
be one of the following type. Dang, it's not an MP4. Darn it.
Man, you
Uh,
put it in the edit. You put it in the edit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all
But that
see it in the edit,
conversation,
huh?
but that
Yeah.
conversation, that conversation is exactly what I'm talking about. When you got an intelligent black man and you got an intelligent black woman, beautiful, beautiful conversation, going back and forth, going back and forth. Nobody's screaming, nobody's yelling. Everybody's being respected. Everybody's being, and they also are listening to each other, even though they're going back and forth. They
Man, you
listening.
won't believe this, bro. So I'm reading here, man. It says a 13-year-old was shot and killed in North Philadelphia on Friday morning, prompting a lockdown near a nearby school. The shooting happened around 9 a.m. on the 3100 block of Judson Street. And it states the male victim was shot once in the chest. Police say he was taken to the Temple University Hospital where he pronounced deceased. And this is around E.W. Road School at 29th and Clearfield, man. And
North
that
Philly.
so once again, man, after the Arlington shooting just the other day, you know what I mean? Like with the young boy who was over there getting beat up.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 13-year-old, not too younger than them, prompting lockdowns, right? Like, so, man, this what's that like the 27th shooting? They saying we on the scale of the most school shootings of this year. I mean, of history right now, yo.
Yep.
Like, and it's crazy. Like, and now they didn't gave them clear book bags, and they didn't gave them metal detectors. They didn't put the cops in the school.
Some
They didn't put
schools,
stations in
some
the school.
schools, some
Man,
schools ban book bags altogether.
what you
Some
say?
schools have banned. Some schools have banned book bags altogether.
Dang.
Like, forget about being clear. They just said you cannot carry a bag. And you
Yeah,
wonder
that's
why my
crazy.
kids is. You wonder why my kids is where they at home.
Right.
I'm telling you, man. Like, it is what it is. Like I said this before. I keep saying it. It's going to advance from bad to worse.
Hold
It's
up,
going
yo.
to.
This is what I wonder. So anybody heard any updates on this guy Landry? I saw that they spotted him. Like somebody said, they spotted the guy like in the Appalachian Mountains. Brian Landry. Did they find him? Anybody got an update
No,
on
they
that?
ain't
You heard
find.
anything
No,
about
they
that?
ain't finding. But they believe that they're gonna get him soon, because the walls is closing. It's only so long you're gonna be able to run. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's looking for you. You know what I mean? It's only so long before you're gonna be found. I don't know what he's. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what he's thinking is going to happen, but he knows he's going to get caught at some point. I guess he's just buying his time, trying to. I don't
Man,
know.
I got mad background noise. My bad, y'all. Hold on.
That's
Hold
you.
on.
Ain't got no
Hold on.
noise. You on Android or something?
Metro Boomin, what's your bud, nigga?
Struggle wireless. Let me
First
just
of
cut.
all, I got my young boys in here, you know what I'm saying, being true gentlemen in there. You know what I mean? Tearing up the living room nice and neat. You know what I mean? That's how they doing it. You know what I mean? They tear it up conservatively. But anyhow, what's going on, bro? Tell me what's going on today in the news? What you got on your little brain cells, huh?
Man, I don't appreciate how we just deviated from what I was really wanting to talk about.
Let's get back to it then.
You just interrupted me and just want to talk about something else for some reason. I don't know what the hell you got going on. Anyway,
Go ahead,
what
preacher
I
James.
was saying, what I was talking about was the black image. And I said that's where it starts, because the reason why I bring that up, why am I talking about the black image? The reason why I'm bringing that up is because the black image is the most popular image in the world. How we portray ourselves in this country, the black Americans, and I'm talking about black. I'm talking about black Americans, because we hip hop, hip hop culture, the black culture that came from this country, from black.
Man, hip hop is destroying the black community, and they're
No, no,
weapon
no, no, no. Listen. Regardless of whatever you saying, it's the
to a
most
degree,
influ.
to a degree,
No,
to a
no.
degree.
Listen, what I'm saying is, it's the most influential culture in the world. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter whether it's destroying us or helping us. It's the most influential. That's what I'm saying. So whatever style, whatever slang you, whatever we got going on, that's what everybody's looking at and paying attention to. That's what influencing everybody use. Like, how everybody uses our slang. Whatever we come up with, that's what they use, right? Whatever style we want to dress, that's what everybody dresses like. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever kind of music we making, that's what everybody's making all across the world. You could be speaking 100 different languages, but they still got that same 808s. You understand what I
Hey,
mean?
Nikki,
That
I
same
thought that was
tempo.
Just making sure my little homegirl out there.
So
I
what I'm
mean, give
saying
me a
is,
wave in the comment if
so
you in
so
here.
so what I'm saying is that's to start with what you see first. So if you see like a girl, your woman, picture is your woman. She walking out, she going to the store, she got a bonnet on her head, she in her pajamas, and she got some fur slippers on, and then she in the supermarket. That's
What?
that's that's the image that's what people see. They see that's how you come out of the house. And you say that ain't how I come out the house all the time. No, but that's how you came out the house when they saw you. You understand what I'm saying? So now it became more and more acceptable. Like
My bad.
if you still got your bonnet and your pajamas on, did you really get ready? Did you really like get ready for the day? Did you really wash your face, brush your teeth? You know what I'm saying? Comb your hair, put the clothes. You literally look like you rolled out of the bed.
Well, let's be a little sensitive to some of that too. You know, sometimes people feel
No.
like that because they can be depressed, man.
Okay, when I'm talking about depressed people,
Why
and it
can't that be a factor of when you say they say
because
you
of the image it portrays. It permeates culture. It influences the world that we, us, me, you, and
black
them.
women make flip flops stylish, dude?
Yeah, and they not
At one
though.
point, remember that?
But they're not though. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's a
Timberland
bad
boots
look.
is not good for the snow, but hey,
It's a bad look. It's a bad look. It influencing people
too
in the
much.
wrong way. To what what it's saying is you can look like trash outside. It's okay. So then other people look at you and they say, because
I
they're
don't
not gonna do
see
it.
that. I'm seeing a lot of women trying to take
Shit.
looking good. Though. I don't, like,
And you nigga, okay. Then you're not from you do not see what I see. You
I'm just
clearly don't
saying
see
they
what I
putting
see.
on these little shells and they putting a little too much hair on here, probably a little snuffleupagus eyelashes. You know what I mean, and trying to do stuff like that. But
Somebody
for the
need
most part, they over. It
somebody
seems like
again.
they overcompensate. They're overcompensating
Right.
for their looks. That's what I kind of see more so than I can see a young. It don't matter like if they what size they are. Like it seemed like they get them nails in them feet like they're getting done. Like there's no
Yeah,
debating
but
that.
see, but again, that's part of the image that is being portrayed that permeates culture. All of a sudden, you seeing white girls with the super long claw nails and the ridiculous eyelashes, and they going to Dr. Miami to get their BBLs and so forth and so on because black women do it. You see what I'm saying? So that's where we start. We start with how you are perceived in society based upon how you look. And that's number one. Number two, attitude. Your attitude is so just picture like it's the whole package, but that's the second thing that I noticed is these women's attitude towards men is particularly. We can just let's just stick there because I can go all around the world with it. But let's just say towards men, towards us. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they think that they're supposed to be treated, regardless of like what it's supposed to actually be is that women are supposed to be on men's pages, but women have because of men, and I will say this because of
Oh,
men.
ho, ho, hold up, 1 second, 1 second. Hey, yo, ladies, you heard what he's taking it there. You hold up. He's stepping in dangerous grounds. I see. Oh, I can see what. Woo, go ahead. Yeah, his name Dan Holler, y'all. Get him. Look. Go ahead, John.
Because of what men have done. They have created a culture among women, particularly black women, where this independent don't need no man. See, the fact that you even said you don't need no man kind of refers to the fact that at a certain point, that's exactly what you needed. So now, because you have to preface it saying, I can do this all by
Tabletop
myself.
fact right there.
I could do it all by myself. I don't need no man. A man ain't never say I could do it all by myself. I don't need no woman. Men never said that. Men don't talk like that. There's nothing a man ever says. But women say that because at a
Shoot.
certain
It's
time,
definitely men that say that, bro.
well, I mean, are they really men though? Anyway, let's move on. Men, I'm talking about men.
So you telling me that a man that doesn't desire to be with someone can be a man by himself?
No. I'm saying I don't need no. Like when they say I'm independent, like meaning like I can take care of myself. I don't need
Yeah,
no
I
man to
can't.
help.
I never
That's what
heard
I'm
a
saying.
man. See,
Yeah, men
yeah,
don't
I can
say
hear
that.
every time I hear dudes say, dudes be like, yo, F that B. And 9 times she just broke up with him. So
Yeah,
I
but they're not
don't want
saying
no chicks
I
with
can do this. I can do this by myself.
MOB, money over B.
Right.
We out here heartbroken, so some money over bees. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's going down.
But they're not saying like they never said the man never spoke as if they needed a man to help them in life, like support them. You know what I mean? Like women, that's a point that they're trying to make is saying I can pay my own bills. And we men like, okay, like we've been doing that. Like that's a point you have to make when you saying that when you tired, like I'm saying, man, I don't need no, I can pay my own bills. You speak as if that's something, as if that like men like that's something to like it doesn't mean anything to anybody other than you. You congratulations, you're doing the basics in life. You can pay your own way when you're single. But you want to point that out as that's a highlight to you, as if it's some kind of attribute when it's really nothing. Because no man is gonna when he's trying to get with a girl. She said, "Tell me about yourself." You say the man's gonna say, "You know what I mean? I got my own job. I got my own money. I got my own car. I got my own crib." Like no man is going to say that because that's implied. Period. But when women say it, they're saying as if they don't need no man to get these things. And like, no, you don't need a man to get these things, but that doesn't mean anything about being with him. Men don't care about none of that. So this independent mindset has come where, and the reason why they had
Okay.
to adapt, the reason why they had to adapt this independent mindset is because men were abandoning these women at a rapid
Okay.
rate.
Now, so let me ask you this. So let me bring this to you. So this is the question that I have. Now, how do you feel about this? Do you feel as though a man should pay for everything, right? And if a man, even outside of marriage with a woman, he should pay child support and do all the you still should pay. Do you still feel like that? Do you feel like that?
It so here it like I gotta that's too broad of a question.
Break one down, the marriage side, and then the side of
All right, so
the
considering most people in real world activity, even if you're married, let's just start with married people first. Even if you're married, yeah, I believe like because this is what I do. I pay about 80% of the bills. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I'm a man and I feel like that's what this is my family. This is not her family. This is my family. She's my wife. Women are in subjection to men. Period. Anybody want to debate that? Let's have it. They are the ones that are supposed to subject themselves to their husband. Men are the leaders. They are the heads of the household. Men are the ones who have the greater responsibility. But we also have to consider that women are your helpmate. They support you. Now, you may not be able to do everything. You may not be able to pay all the bills. But as a man, you strive to pay as you strive to do as much as you can, and then that's when your wife comes in and supports you with the rest of it. In these modern days, you can't. I can get. I could throw a rock and hit a family where both the husband and the wife have full-time jobs, because that's what is required these days. It's not like it was in the 50s and in the 60s. Women actually got to go out there and work these days just as much as the men. Now, if
All
like
right.
me, my wife, like me speaking specifically, my wife does not work full time. You know what I'm saying? She never has. Since we've been married 12 years, she has never worked full time. And she never will, as long as I can. Long as I can provide for the most of it, that's what's going to happen. Now, if it becomes
All
where
right.
I'm in,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Then that's
I
different. But
feel you.
that's the way
No.
it's supposed to be.
So listen, we passed, you know what I'm saying? I think we on the mobility hour right here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You gonna more coming from me. And this is Jay's Mobility. Dan Holly, I mean, part of the mobility family. Um, glad you guys tuned in. Keep watching, you know what I'm saying? Watch it through. You know what I mean? Support the channel. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have that cash button. What's that thing called? Yeah, super chat thing. You know, all that. I'm trying to
Oh
build it
boy,
up. So listen, this is an open
you
panel
worry about that.
for grown adults.
Mhm.
That's what I'm trying to create. It's like for everybody to come talk. You know what I mean? One day we're gonna talk about this. One day you can get your rocks off, man. You can come on here drunk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You don't gotta show yourself.
Wait, you can
You know
come
what I
on here
mean?
drunk?
Yeah, you drunk right? You ain't drunk right now.
Good
Sound
thing
drunk.
you said
You know
that.
what I'm
Good
saying?
thing you said that, because
Big mobility. God damn. Yes, I know. Listen, yo. So listen, man. We about to fade up out of here, y'all. Like and subscribe. That was Mr. Gold Bottles, Dan Hollers. And listen here, yo. If you ain't got your check from last week, guess what? You ain't gonna have no check from last week or this week either. I mean, you know what I mean. That's all right. So what I'm gonna do for you is I'm go ahead and just take them pennies out the couch. You know what I
what?
mean? Flush them Jones. I'm out of here. Yeah, I don't even know
What?
what I'm saying. I tried to. I'm drunk. That's why I'm. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Yes, I had to. I told you, man. I don't know how that was. That's just it. The Chardonnay got a player, dog. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Man down. Man
What?
damn. I don't even know. I tried to be funny, and that shit was so laugh, so bad. Look, I mean, I'm gonna leave it up there for y'all. You know what I mean? That nigga sounded crazy as hell. Well, listen, man, we out of here, yeah, bitch. Look, ting a ling a ling. That's why them swing. DJ Machapa. Let's do it. King Tower. Ha, me out of into the busy out of key. Yeah, it's about.